What's up, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. So let's get into it. Let's talk about the situation with Tamar Braxton and her ex, David. And now Vince Herbert has jumped into the mix too as well. He's letting David know that you don't run nothing over here. I was like, Lord have mercy. What is going on with this situation? And Vince Herbert is not too happy and not too thrilled with David having his son on Instagram and basically showing to the world that he is chilling with Vince Herbert's son and basically doing it for attention and trying to get people to his Instagram page and his YouTube page. The same thing Tamar Braxton don't call David out for. Now Vince Herbert is calling out David for the same situation. He don't appreciate it, he don't like it, and he ain't here for the shits. And actually, I guess Tamar Braxton is trusting the devil that she do know and not the devil that she don't know, because she only knows, Mr. David for 2 years and maybe some change, and she's been with Vince Herbert for many years, and that's her son's father. So therefore, he is putting on the cape, and he's going over there to David's house to get Tamar and Logan things, and he said he want these things to be packed up neatly, baby. Don't throw them to the side like a trash, and basically letting David know you out here doing too much, and the way that you talk to Tamar, I don't appreciate it. You trying to take my son's mother out here to deport from this earth, I don't appreciate that. So Vince Herbert is letting David know how he feels, point blank, period. We ain't friends. I was like, Lord have mercy. When it rains, it pours. I guess it's coming down. It's coming down, baby, like you wouldn't believe. I guess Vince is, stepping up there because that is his, son's mother too as well. And it seems like Vince wants the best for Logan no matter what it may be. He's going to support Tamar. If Tamar is doing well, if Tamar is healthy, that means Logan is healthy too as well, because Vince could have easily maneuvered himself into the situation and said this about Tamar, that about Tamar, and basically want custody or full custody of Logan, because he can say that situation with Tamar is not stable, with her relationship, because they are having David and Tamar are having altercations at the house. They're having altercations on the road. They're having altercations at the, mental health facility, point blank, period. So there's a whole lot going on. And so it seems like David is basically cutting his ties with the situation. I was like, Lord have mercy. David is quick to get an estimate for his 2013 Rolls Royce. He was like, it cost $30,000. He must have took that car immediately to the dealership and got an estimate. They gave him the highest estimate that they can possibly give him, and he basically wants to collect his money. He wants his funds ASAP. Baby, I was like, Lord have mercy. When it rains, it pours. And not too long ago, Tamar and David was out here basically portraying the best couple, this and that. Tamar, had her situation where she had to go to the hospital. 911 was called, and David was there to allegedly save her life. Now people are saying that David may have put Tamar up to the situation, or maybe Tamar was so overly enthralled in emotion and regret that she hurt somebody that she loved, David, by bringing him on the TV show Tamar Get Your Life, that she wanted to depart from this earth herself, allegedly. So that's the situation that's going on. We also got David out here talking about goons, and he's alleging that Vince Herbert threatened to send goons to him. And Tamar's the one that stopped the goons. And then Tamar turned around and said, the goons are coming for you, David. We from Baltimore. I was like, Lord have mercy. What is going on with this situation? So is that the reason why David didn't want Vince Herbert and Tamar's home? Because he threatened to send goons. This is when they wasn't on good terms. But it seems like they were on good terms for a long time, because they have each other's phone numbers and they communicated and they text message each other. Maybe that was at the very beginning or at the very end of their relationship. But it's also seeming like when David filed, his order of protection against Tamar, he's talking about more occasions of altercations with him and Tamar that were physical, and he basically is the innocent bystander, and he's been the innocent bystander, and all he wanted to do was help Tamar. I was like, Lord have mercy. It's a whole bunch going on, a whole lot going on with this situation too as well. Tamar, Get Your Life, that show done brought out the ugly and the dirtiness and everything else, baby. When you say 2020's reveal, it's revealed all day, every day. The perpetrating of a great relationship, a wonderful relationship. This guy is Adonis. This guy is a Greek god. This guy is this and that. Lord have mercy, come to find out, y'all ain't even getting along. Y'all don't even like each other. He's ready to take you to court. He's ready to put charges on you, baby. And he want his $30,000 up front, kick you and your son up out the house. Then David said he still want to mentor little Logan. I was like, Lord have mercy, what is going on with this situation? It seems like David got some screws loose too as well. Tamar, you know her screws are already on the floor. But it seems like David got some screws loose too as well, because I don't know what he thought he was getting himself into. That he think that he was, with, someone that is not experienced, someone that hasn't been around the block 1,000 times, someone that hasn't been up and down, inside out, when it comes to Hollywood, when it comes to family, when it comes to all the things that Tamar been through in her life and in her childhood. Maybe you thought that you was going to come and save the day, but only way that you can save the day if Tamar actually listen and obey you and follow you. And if you know Tamar, and if you watch Tamar on TV, that wasn't going to happen for so long. When she got with David, she was emotional. She just got out of a divorce. It was so much going on with that situation, being broke, not having money, people saying this, people saying that about the situation. Allegedly, Vince was out here with this one and that one. They was having all types of altercations, around Christmas time. Vince got arrested, Blasing the third, and she was alone, and people saying that she's broke, and Tamar didn't want to sing no more. So it was a whole lot going on with that situation, baby. David came in like the Black Knight, and he probably represent wealth, knowledge, and protection and everything else. And, she was attracted to him too as well. And it looks like, he came to save the day, but only way he can save the day if Tamar actually followed his orders. And she had to sacrifice. And I don't think David sacrificed anything other than his time where, he had to put in work to try to help Tamar and try to, heal her the way that he thought she should be healed, So it was that type of situation where he came in thinking that he was going to save the day and he was going to be the god of the situation and change everything around, have her look at a new way, look at things differently, and also take on his religion and his customs and how he feel about certain things. And if she didn't agree with the situation, you already know that there was drama. David doesn't seem like the person that's going to compromise anything that he's raised with, brought up with, or what his family has taught him. So if you're going against anything that's his belief, as far as your behavior, your act, how you talk, how you present yourself, and if that's different from the way that he grew up and what he thinks is proper and how you should present yourself, it's going to be a problem in a situation. And Tamar is a ticking time bomb. So you don't know, 1 minute she might be happy, next minute she might be sad, and next minute she might be, crying. She said on Tamar, Get Your Life, that all her nerves, her anxieties, her fears, her worries is in her throat, baby. So therefore she wasn't talking, she wasn't speaking, and she was okay with David being the rescue, with David being the one being there for her, with David taking care of the situation and taking care of situations and supporting Tamar and helping her throughout her transition from being with Vince Herbert to being with David now and being a single woman and actually getting back out here in her career. And David was there. He nurtured her, he made her feel good, and he was her protector, and he made decisions for her. But then it came to a point where Tamar wanted to start making her own decisions, and where Tamar felt like, okay, I'm feeling myself. I don't think this is the right type of situation I want. I'm waking up. And David's waking up too as well, because he's seeing another side of Tamar. He's not seeing the helpless Tamar anymore. Tamar's trying to get her independence back too as well. And on top of that, she did not like David out here speaking on her behalf. Her family ain't even speaking on her behalf. Now that says volumes when your sisters and your mother and your whole family are not out here speaking up for you or saying that, no, these allegations are wrong. This is not true. David is doing too much. They ain't even speaking up for their own sisters. So you already know there's a rift. There's already problems when it comes to the family. For real, for real. It just sounds real crazy all day, every day. and your family ain't out here speaking up for you. And allegedly Vince said he heard the recording, because you know that David said that he was being recorded when the incident went down in his Rolls Royce, when he was trying to drop Tamar off to a mental health facility. So therefore Vince Herbert said he heard the recording. He don't appreciate David threatening Tamar, especially telling her that he could take her out. He didn't appreciate that, because that is his son's mother. And he still has love for Tamar. As you can see, she called Vince. She didn't call her sisters. She didn't call her uncle. She didn't call nobody. She called Vince. Maybe she did call her sisters, but it seems like they're being very quiet and they're not speaking up. And David has been doing all the speaking about the situation that went down with WeTV and the incident where Tamar was rushed to the hospital. And then from there, she went to immediate care. And David was speaking up, and not the sisters. That speak volume too as well. He thought that he had the right to, because they were working together. That was his girlfriend. They were living together. They were sharing 2 homes. And Tamar gave him control of a lot of different things, because she was too busy trying to deal with the pain, the shame, and the embarrassment, and the loss of not being able to reach out to her family members, some of them too as well. So David came, and he was the end all, the be all for a while, but it didn't last long. And now the truth is coming out. Tamar has woke up. David has woke up. Hopefully they can move on and leave each other alone. Point blank, period. I was like, Lord have mercy. David went and got, he went and got that car appraised. He went and got an estimate of the damages quick, fast, in a hurry. So he said he ain't going to speak on the situation, but there's little things, little breadcrumbs dropping off. But I believe if there was no attention given to how Tamar David felt about the Get Your Life trailer, it wouldn't be this much attention to the show. Now the show has got enormous amount of attention because of the drama that's going on between David and Tamar too as well. But hopefully Tamar is safe and she gets the help and the treatment that she needs, and she's no longer in a verbal or abusive environment with David. And Logan is the number one. Logan needs to be protected. He don't need to be witnessing or hearing or watching his mother in distress when she's having an altercation with David. And hopefully David can move on, and this will be a lesson to him too as well. Get to know your mate. Get to know your mate before you run in and jump in and want to take over. Get to know who you trying to take over. Get to know their spirit. Lord have mercy. What's going on with this situation? I was like, Lord, like it's just way too much going on. David is out here doing the most. David's out here testifying. He got testimonies. He was like, you ain't gonna drag my name through the mud. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna tell you the damages. I've been recorded. So you guys tell me what you think about the situation. David denied hitting Tamar and blasting the third. So if there's a recording, be aware that the recording is going to be leaked pretty soon. And, Vince already heard the recording. And also David said his family has heard the recording too as well. So it's probably going to hit the streets. And, Tamar benefit from David being that protector and handling a lot of decisions that she didn't want to handle because she trusts him, because he's a smart individual. And I think that David wanted something out of the situation too as well. If you can get all Tamar's people, or people that are associated with Tamar and her friends, for David to be their financial advisor, or to invest in his apps and invest in different investment ideas that he do have. And if he can be a financer to the stars, that would have catapulted his business, probably to $1 billion business. You know what I mean? So there was something in there for him too as well. Tamar got something out of the situation, and David thought that he was going to get something out of the situation because he was out here doing tours with Tamar on Instagram and YouTube, talking about relationships and all different things like that too as well. But at the end of the day, it didn't work out, and hopefully they can both find peace and move on. But one thing and one thing only: keep your damn hands to yourself and know who you are dealing with too as well. Don't come and get someone that's vulnerable, that's going through public embarrassment, that is lost. Take your time into developing a relationship with that person, because They might not really see who you are. They just see you as a rescue at this time of moment, a deflection from what they really are facing. Peace. One love to my peeps and my peoples.